See, Bernard too, Perlita and Bernard, me and Brian are liars. Dave, Karen, they're letting you guys do it. But see, Bernard, Dave showed me the Underworld DVD, right? The music one, everything, right? So Bernard, if you're the great leader and you're trying to become vampiric, look at those three girls. Notice something similar? So if we look at the Underworld, the vampire movie, right? Do you notice something like Kim and them look kind of similar? So if you made a choice for those girls, Bernard, that they didn't want, say like they wanted Tom Cruise, but you guys denied them that much in the similar fashion that Joe denied me that, and you guys did Underworld just to be cool, Dave and Bernard, see the problem? You might have chose one with the gameplay substantially much more difficult to acquire. But they're letting you do it, Bernard, because you are supposedly trying to be a part of the team of cool with the Negroes. And that's substantially an older type of vampire, obviously. And remember, you guys got a black ship out there. So if you want to claim it, Joe, in the bidded bet for, remember, Kimberly said, bad man. You might get what you want, Bernard, but it's going to cost you everything you have. But notice, also, Brad Pitt, right? Didn't he have a top hat on and Kimberly wearing a top hat? So you got all these girls basically telling you all what they want, but they're not allowed to do it because they have all-man penis telling them what to do. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, Bernard, if the girls actually wanted Tom Cruise and you wouldn't let them, just like Joe wouldn't let me with the Top Gun and all that, that kind of shows right there. So if you're choosing Underworld because of Dave and all that, because of the King of Cool, Bernard, yes, they'll let you do it probably, but the gameplay is more difficult. So bear that in mind, Tom Serson, Jim Riley, Joe Zilli, Harry Race, Bernard, Eli Chance, DJ Dave, Pearly Diquin, Juan Elton Anderson, Don Wiley, 1961, Oyster Cracker Man, Biddy Bat 4, Blue Boy Backers, GPS Pesto, Robo Rapist Night, Red Randy, Red Gordon, and Early. Is that why you guys have the Carney scream, and the country much? You guys went for the Underworld one first, Bernard, and that style didn't work out too great. Interview with a vampire would be a lot easier one. And so, you know, just a thought. But remember too what I say, Bernard. Maybe Celine the vampire, the death dealer, she maybe not wanted to be a death dealer vampire. They made her. Maybe Selena Gomez too. You know, they didn't want to be death dealer. Maybe, you know, Kristen Dunst. So if I were to ever meet them, I'd say, take me out, because they ruined my pointed teeth anyway in my eyes. And I never wanted to be a werewolf. So, you know, Bernard, if you're going to be the top end of cool, like the Negroes say, they might be giving you what you wish, but you've already stood in defiance, because Kimberly's a top hat, Brad Pitt's a top hat, and as soon as Geico Marktown Joe dropped down, man, it turned into a nasty shit to mess. So right there, I can already tell you that guy's full of shit. The point is that girls are all around trying to tell you guys what they want, but you men won't let them. So eventually, Bernard, I'm telling you, they're going to take it over, whether you guys like it or not. It generally has happened. Why don't you just go with the flow and trust in them? But, you know, I'm just going to tell Kristen Dunst and Selena Gomez, I love you, but they do this to me every time. That's what Joe and them do. So, you know, Bernard and them think they're going to go for the top end of the vampire. But also be careful too, there's Hellsing. And maybe the enemy one was even more correct, but you never know. And I know you religious freaks are doing this. That's what the Oyster Cracker Man and them all do. Jehovah's Witness. No, we don't want it. No, we want it. No. Maybe none of them were right. There was somebody who actually knew what they're doing, but they destroyed it. And that's the one I wanted to learn from, but they don't do that one anymore. But, you know, Joe knew everything. So Bernard, be careful with the Carney screams and football and all that. Because if you're going to go for Underworld, Dave, see, like I said, if Brian and I are liars and you don't want us, Karen or whatnot, they pull us out and they put in Bernard, the supposedly badass of the badass bat. And Kimberly said, but man, so she gave you what you wanted, Bernard, but you might not be right. So take a look. What is similar about the Underworld and what you're seeing in those three girls? Then they go, Tom, you killed Kim because we want to protect Dave or Harry first because they were rapists. All American. See, anyway, you're just racist pieces of shit, Bernard. You know, Carney performers, but I know you hillbilly hicks use any excuse you possibly can if you make a mistake, so. But be careful, Bernard, because they gave you that. And that gameplay is going to be very difficult for you all to achieve. Maybe you found yourselves in this situation before, Bernard, and it didn't work out too well for you. Just a thought. So maybe Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt and you know, would have probably been, just much like Disney, you guys dissed Disney out. That would have probably been the better choice, like PBS, because they knew it would work, but they wanted the people get, you know, educated, but you guys laughed at it. So they'll let you go for the top end right away, Bernard, but generally it doesn't work out too great. And saying they tell you right there, Bernard, but you know, Dave is supposedly smart as Perlita. So be careful, Perlita, John Quinn 1, because you're a grand leader of the Bernard, and Harry and their proof probably weren't right. And they always use the vampiric back and forth shit. If only whatever, dudes. Oyster Cracker Man, you and Perlita, when you stole that stuff and took it, kind of means you're stupid. Because it wasn't you original four families that did it anyway. But, you know, especially the way it smells. So, that should give you guys the first sign, Perlita. When you went out on your own, you didn't know what you're doing. So, like I said, if Brian and I are liars, they'll pull us out. They'll let you do the top end first, Robo Rapist Night, just to show you could be the cool show dog again with the cowboy hillbillies and all that. Look, they're all showing off like they won. But smart ones wouldn't show off either. So, you know, they're going to give you that one, Bernard. And it's going to cost you a lot. But, by the way, when you do, if the Navy and them help you to get your black, Bernard, they might get their turquoise and peach while you stare on watching at that. And possibly their sunrise and their music back while you guys are the black again. And you don't know what you're doing. So be careful. Don't piss off the police officers and tell them you guys are going to kill them and whatnot. Because, you know, they get kind of touchy about that kind of stuff, especially the military guys do. So maybe that's always been the problem, Bernard. Not enough people willing to work like they used to get something to work, because Mr. Handsy Hands had to come across the border and start lying and shit. Oh, no, you're not American. So is it going to be American DJ or American Vampire or American Werewolf? Point is, Oyster Cracker Fag, all American, I wish you guys had never met each other, because ever since the group of you got together, the world is fucking